We are live. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast. We are on episode 4, season 2. I am alone tonight. I am the only shithead. Thank goodness. The other two shitheads, I believe they are on a date. They went up to the Poconos and they got a cabin with a jacuzzi tub, and they're having Valentine's Day up there with those two. Anyway, tonight, Lance Payne from Imagine Wrestling has paid for 30 minutes on the podcast tonight. And apparently, he has some things that he wants to tell everybody with his fake neck brace and his fake whistle. Anyway, let's bring him on and let's see what he has to say.
What up, baby?
Oh, come on. You got that fake ass neck brace on and your fake whistle.
Come on, you know this neck brace isn't fake, man. You know this is the real deal whistle. I had a gold one until Chris Coleman threw it somewhere and one of these thieving fans took it, but this is the real deal. This is all real right now, baby.
Oh man. So you contacted me last week and you paid me some money for a little bit of time on the podcast tonight. So I'm a man of my word. I gave you 30 minutes. So whatever you want to say, the floor is all yours.
I feel like the people should be paying you to watch this show because of the coaches on here tonight. But yeah, money talks, and the coach got a lot of stuff to say. Let's start off with this Saturday at Imagine Wrestling. Everybody's excited about that, right? Yeah, you're excited about it.
Absolutely.
But where are the other two shitheads at? Where are they at?
Well, if you heard my introduction, I believe they went up to the Poconos. They had a date together. They went up there for Valentine's Day. They got a jacuzzi suite, with the heart-shaped tub and everything. I believe that's where they are at.
I believe that they was maybe a little bit afraid or intimidated of the coach. They come on here and talk some real stuff to him about the 3Ds.
That's right. So, hey, the floor is all yours. So,
well, I hope everyone is ready and prepared for this Saturday as John Ross and James Ross, his son, continue to be the longest reigning Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions. The Rad Girls, the Rad Boys, whatever you want to call them.
Come on.
I'm tired of these hyperactive little kids running around in circles with all the bright colors. It makes me dizzy.
Well, the Rad Boys are my boys, right? Don't come on here dissing them like that.
They was dissing me last week.
Well, and that's encouraged.
Oh, come on, man. But I got a lesson to teach to them little boys this Saturday at Imagine Wrestling in Altoona. They both have singles matches before they have to be in a tag team match and go against the Ross and Sons to ever be able to go against to ever have their name brought up in the tag team title division. So this is what I wanted to. One of the things I wanted to talk about is how important this match is to them. This Saturday is to the Rad Boys. If they're going to let everybody down, they're going to continue to prove that John and James Ross is better than them.
So, in other words, what you're saying is you're going to screw them again somehow, right?
No, never that. I never screwed the Rad Boys. I used to like them guys, but things change, and they don't want to follow the 3Ds or whatever the coach got to say. So, but I promise you, no screw jobs this Saturday.
Yeah, I've heard that before, I believe.
You probably hear it every time you hear about the Steelers losing.
Oh, here we go.
Those Steelers fans always complaining about being screwed over and everything like that. So that's just typical Steeler talk right there.
Wow.
It's why they're on vacation with us right now.
Well, let me guess. You're a Baltimore Ravens fan, right?
From the heart, baby.
Yeah, I can tell. Cheaters come from cheaters.
I'm not a cheater. We're not cheaters at all. I would never cheat.
uh, I've seen you many times at Imagine, and I want to say that I want to call bullshit on that.
No, whatever you see me at Imagine, I'm doing the best job that I ever can do. Since I've been commissioner of Imagine Wrestling, the volume shows are all sold out. The Wednesday night shows on YouTube, the viewership is through the roof since I've been commissioner, because I've been giving nothing but the best to the imagination, and they don't appreciate it. Just like Steelers fans.
Yeah. Wow. I really don't know what to say. I mean, you can say all you want about the Steelers, but it is what it is. Typical Baltimore fan.
They can't be jealous. Look at this color, the purple. Purple goes with everything. It's also an intimidating color, not the black and gold. Black and gold used to be intimidating before, not anymore. Since I seen the Pittsburgh Steelers and realized what football was, and realized that they wasn't what football is, I kind of don't feel like that way about the color black on jerseys or anything like that now.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, you keep messing with the Rad Boys and Chris Coleman and everything. You ain't gonna have to worry about black and gold. You're gonna have to worry about black and blue eyes.
Nah. I got James and John Ross. They got my back. Chris Coleman.
So Jimmy Moyer says, I want to call bullshit on a lot of what this guy says. And that is your champion in Imagine Wrestling.
He want to talk. He's the reason why I got this thing on my neck now. He want to talk. That stinking dirty hippie. Hey, man, go finish playing around in your hippie dirt. Get ready. Now get ready for the show this Saturday. Stinking hippie.
The stinking hippie. Is that all you got to say?
Stinking dirty hippie.
And that's your champion. Show some respect.
I love the champion, but that's not my champion. He earned that right. He earned the belt. I give it to him. But if he would have never broke my neck, he would never have that title around his waist. You
didn't deserve a broken neck? I
didn't deserve it at all. Not one bit. Who deserves to have their neck broken? As many times dropped me on the top of my head. If I was really holding a grudge, he would not be champion right now. So, Jimmy, Mark, whatever his name is, just be lucky right now. Be thankful.
You heard it, Jimmy.
Jamie, Jamar, whatever his name is. Jimmy.
Whatever his name is today, huh?
Oh yeah, got me all fired up now, but
just call him Champ.
I'll just keep calling him the dirty, stinking hippie.
All right. So since we were talking about Steelers and Baltimore Ravens, what's your Super Bowl prediction for this Sunday? Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles.
I hate everything that has Pennsylvania in it. So I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
The Eagles, they're knockoffs of the Ravens. They want to be like us. So and you ever been to Philly?
I have. I'm actually going there tomorrow.
If I were you, I'll leave your wallet at home. Just saying. I thought I was going to get mugged like 20 times just around Penn Station out there, man. It's rough out there.
So you don't have to worry about your wallet in Baltimore?
No, man. It's friendly out there in Baltimore, man. What you talking about? It's just like Jersey and Baltimore is just like the same thing. You never get robbed in Baltimore.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how much of that I can believe, but I guess I got to trust you.
If you ever decide to go to Baltimore or go to Jersey, let me know. I'll take you around my neighborhood where you don't have to worry about your wallet getting taken or getting mugged or anything like that. I got you.
All right, all right. I mean, I don't know when we'll be doing that, but I mean, I'm sure I can find one of the two other shitheads to go with you.
I'm
Um,
disappointed in them. They on a date when they supposed to be on the show with the coach. I'm just very disappointed. Are they coming to the show this Saturday in Altoona?
well, I know at least one is. I think the other one has to. They're coming back on their from their vacation or whatever, and the other one has to work. So
Yeah, I'll catch up to them this Saturday. I got a bone to pick with whatever one decides to show up.
I'm sure you do. So if you remember, do you remember any of the signs that the shitheads brought months ago? They were targeting you, and I tried
Yeah.
to tell them not to do it, but they did it anyway.
It didn't make any sense because the bad words that was on that sign, the little kids in the front row was repeating every single thing. He taught them kids a new vocabulary word that night.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure half of them words were spelled not correct either.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I love
so
I
so
love interaction. So
right. So, being serious for a second, when you have like a fan interaction like that, when they bring signs or they're yelling at you. Obviously, that's your job to get them to yell at you because obviously you're a heel, and So with that being said, what I'm only asking this because it I'm not real sure. So if somebody could say something to you like what I don't know how to say this to understand what I mean, but disrespect. Like what's the most disrespect somebody can say to you wrestling wise that should not be said? Does that make
uh,
sense?
yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But as long as I've been in the business, and all the towns I've been in, I don't feel as though anybody has gotten me to that point where I felt like it was pure hatred or pure disrespect. Every time I go out there and I interact with the crowd, or the crowd say certain things, have signs or chants, whatever like that. Uh, I feel like that interaction is, like you said, is part of my job, but I haven't. The fans understand. The imagination understands that. You know what wrestling is.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not out here, disrespecting, individual people or going anything further than what's going on in that arena. If what I'm trying to say. Um,
Yes.
and as long as the crowd is just like that, not taking anything further than what's going on at that show, or when I see them or what the purpose is, I don't feel like it's disrespect. I love the interaction. I love, coming from, entering that arena, wherever we're having a show at, and people booing me, telling me to stick my whistle where it don't belong. I love it. I've dreamed of this since I was, I want to say at least 7, 8 years old. That just the reaction from the crowd and just the moment.
Right. Right. So have you ever had like a uh altercation, so to speak, with any fans that got out of hand?
I did have one incident, and it was at Altoona show, and one of the guys was into it. He was just going a little too far, and the one thing is when you at these shows, watching these trained guys, don't touch them, don't cross that line. You're not a part of the show, and this guy took it a little too far and tripped me, and I turned around and said some nice words to him, and um, he never did it again. And I spoke to one of his friends about that situation and let him know, like, hey, you're not supposed to do this. Let your friend know that when you come out there to the show is to have fun. We're not putting our hands on you guys, on the fans and everything like that. If you want to, put your hands on, a trained professional, go get trained. I told him to tell his friend that, and so I've never seen or heard any more issues from that guy.
Good deal. So with with the show coming up this weekend, you want to go ahead and let everybody know the details on this show. I know it's in Altoona, but you know the address and all that stuff. You want to go ahead and shout that out?
Oh yeah, Imagine Wrestling this Saturday. We're allowing fans to come in at 6. Bell time is at 7. It's at the Juniata Civic Center in Altoona. It's a stat card. But the main match that I've been talking about is how each one of the Rad Boys have to go through each their own individual match, and then they have to win a tag match at the end of the night in order to get another shot at the tag team titles ever. So if they lose that tag team match at the end of the night after having individual matches, that's it. No more of the colors making me dizzy and wanting to throw up.
What can you expect whenever you go to an Imagine Wrestling show?
I can tell you about my first time when I went to Imagine show before I got trained. It's the reason why I wanted to become a professional, to get trained in wrestling. The matches are exciting. You're not being fooled. Just being up close and personal, the interactions with the wrestlers and everybody that's involved is amazing, and it's with it being local, it's amazing when you be able to see some of these guys out in the street, or for whenever I see fans out there in the street, and man, that show was great last Saturday, but I hate you, I get that from the show. Or the one thing I will expect you tell everybody to expect is that you will lose your voice by the time you leave there from screaming so much.
Yeah, I know that firsthand. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Sweet.
So, we were talking about the Super Bowl. What's going to be on the Coach Lance Payne's Super Bowl menu? Chicken wings. What are we going to have?
Man, Super Bowl. I usually throw like a big feast, man. Usually maybe about 3 different kinds of wings, variety of chips, and then my favorite, Coach Lance Payne's famous ribs. You have to try those next time you in town. I'll definitely make you some of those. You won't want to leave my house after
that. So, what is your favorite chicken wing flavor?
I can always go with teriyaki, but my go-to is always would be barbecue, the regular barbecue.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. So rumor has it you have a big announcement that you're gonna make, and you haven't made that announcement yet, and that announcement is going to be here right now, exclusive on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk.
Oh yeah, so coaching, Coach Lance Payne, is not just in the wrestling business. I've been coaching since I want to say close to maybe 18, 19 years. So it goes a little bit further than wrestling. So when I got my neck broke by the stinking dirty hippie, go out there myself and perform and show everybody, the best version of Coach Lance Payne. So I decided to do my own thing, my own little sports organization, the Blair County Bucks. Is what you see here every time I wear. The purple, the black, the gold, it means a lot to me. So when I broke my neck, I decided to take some time out and and build on my youth sports organization. We started off with two established, youth basketball teams, and that was a year ago. So now, in April, it'll make our official 1 year anniversary. We went from just having two established teams to recruiting 10 teams on our own. And I feel like we're outgrowing, the places that we've been practicing at. And, we appreciate all the neighborhood, gyms and everything. But we need our own little home. So for the past couple of months, I've been, along with my neighborhood crew and my staff from the Blair County Bucks, we worked hard, and coming in April, we're actually going to be opening up our own home base in Altoona. The old YMCA, KNY, whatever, they called it back in the day. But that place is going to be the new home of the Blair County Bucks, offering all kinds of sports for the community and the youth and everything. So this way, I'm not just, helping the Imagine roster be the best version of themselves. I'm now expanding out into the community and trying to help everyone become the best version of themselves. So that was that's the big announcement that I've, been holding in for a while. And, I figured it was a perfect time, to let everybody know that it was a good thing that Hippie did put me in his neck brace, but that's the only good thing that came out of it.
That's very cool. So anybody that wants to get with you about this, if they want to enroll their kid or anything like that, how do they go about doing that? Can you use sponsors and anything like that? Whatever you want to say.
We can use the much help as we can, whether it's sponsors. Don't have to just be money. It could be help with the supplies and everything like that. The one thing that made the Blair County Bucks different from the other organizations is that we give every kid an opportunity and a chance, no matter what the price is, no matter what their background is or what issues their parents have. We make sure that every kid get an opportunity to play sports and to get recognized. So to even just volunteering, helping out and everything would be appreciated. But I said it's for the community, for everybody, and I hope that the coach can, like I said, make more of a change everywhere, not just in Imagine.
Very cool. Very cool. So you said about everybody gets a chance with this. What's the age limit? Because I know two certain people that that always got picked last in gym class
Mm.
when we played dodgeball, hockey, or whatever, and they can sure use some time on a court. So what's
Um,
the age limit?
well, with my organization now, I have kids as young as first grade, and then I have a couple of adult teams. So there's no age limit. If we get older guys that want to play, hey, we'll start getting into having teams for older guys, senior citizens or whatever that is. But we're not discriminating against anybody. Like I said, everybody has a chance, men, women, child. No matter what, you have opportunity with the Blair County Bucks.
That's very cool. And I can't remember if you said it or not, but where's the address to the where this new building's going to be?
It's the old YMCA. A lot of people know it as that, or the KNY, 900 Lexington Avenue in Altoona, not far from the hospital.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with a lot of things in Altoona, mainly food establishments. I don't know why, but um, so I wasn't real sure where that is. But that's very cool that you're doing that, and I hope the best for you, man. That's very cool.
Thank you, thank you. You're welcome there anytime. But the other two shitheads, they got some work to do. They're gonna have to, maybe give me a couple of push-ups, couple of sit-ups, couple of suicide sprints or whatever it is back and forth before I even let them in the door. I'm disappointed that they're not here. They're afraid of the purple. They're definitely Steelers fans or
Yeah.
Rad Boy, I may say.
Well, this is the only time that they can go out for Valentine's Day, I guess. So that's what they're doing.
I bet the Rad Boys up there with them too, right?
Nah, Rad Boys are out there training, getting ready for their big fight this weekend.
I actually saw Jake Wiley earlier. He was complaining about a stomach ache. So I don't know if he'll make it there. He kept calling me saying, hey, coach, I might have to take my vacation. Do I have any personal days? I might have to take it this Saturday.
You probably slipped a laxative in his water or something while he wasn't looking, or in his bang while he wasn't looking.
Never that. I would never, guys. Maybe, but not them guys.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. This is your second time on the podcast, and I appreciate you taking time out and coming on and chit-chatting, and even better, you paid me to do it, so that's even better.
I enjoy watching your show, man. I'm always checking it out whenever other guys on here. You remember the last time I was on here, we actually had a fight in the group.
Yes.
I'm glad it did tonight.
Yeah, well, I believe I did ban that person. So that's probably why they couldn't see.
Okay. Good.
So, but yeah, we the other two shitheads, we all have a good time on here, and we bust balls all the time, but I couldn't do it without them too, and I'm sure those two couldn't do it without me, because as you can see, I'm the king.
I like that.
So, all right, Lance, well, I'll let you go, and I appreciate you coming back on, and I know I will see you this weekend, and I'm sure I will be harassing you some.
Oh man, I can't wait until this Saturday.
All right, everybody. So that is Coach Lance Payne. Get in contact with him if you want to go to Imagine Wrestling show. He can hook you up where to get tickets, and also the Blair. Correct me if I'm wrong. Blair County Bucks.
BUCS.
All right. So if you want to enroll your kid with the Blair County Bucks, go ahead and contact him for that. And hope to get you on again soon, Coach.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
No problem. You have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. And there you have it, Coach Lance Payne from Imagine Wrestling, talking about the Rad Boys, talking about our Steelers. And then he gave us our Super Bowl prediction, his favorite chicken wings, and his big announcement, the Blair County Bucks. Anyway, that is it for tonight. Hopefully next week we will have the other two shitheads on. And we'll see what happens this weekend in Imagine. Lisa Robinson says, love you, Coach, and good luck with all you do. Let's see what else somebody said. Casey Bebe, cheaters always win. Jimmy said, I want to call bullshit. We saw that one. Aaron King says, Coach Commissioner. Let's see. JJ says 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, or remember 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, whatever that means. So anyway, that is it. Hope to see some people at Imagine Wrestling this weekend. And that is it for episode 4 of Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. We will see you next week. Until then, Top Guy out.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.